Are you an insurance agent looking for the absolute best inbound final expense lead, or finding out how you can acquire a high quality inbound life insurance lead for under $100 a month? Well, watch this video. Got a very special guest on that will help you understand how inexpensive these leads really are for you. We've got access to inbound life insurance final expense leads for, we're talking low 40s per call. And this is nuts. We've got the platform, we've got the proof in the pudding of what's taken place using these. And we're going to give you, the audience, exclusive access to these over the next 2 weeks so that you can really get your hands on high quality inbound life insurance leads without spending a lot of money. I'm sick and tired of some of these places that only allow call centers to have access, and you're paying 110, 120 bucks. You're in a bidding war. That's bad news. So we're going to jump into this. Jason, say hey, and thank you for joining with us today.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me.
So you got these inbound leads on our platform and our agency, and you've been able to have a 50% close ratio on these conversations. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. Just the last couple days.
It's nuts. So you've fielded how many calls on
10,
this? So 10 calls, and you wrote how many pieces of business?
5.
Oh my goodness. 5 out of 10. All right. So simple
It's
math. Don't have to take my shoes off. That's amazing. 50% close
crazy.
ratio. How much annual premium did you write approximately?
It's about 4,400 bucks.
So roughly $4,400 in annual premium written. Dear goodness. And you spent how much total lead spend?
I dropped in 500 bucks.
So 500 bucks was a hit. You had 10 conversations roughly. You got 5 sales. That's a cost per acquisition. It's ridiculous. I mean, that's awesome. Now, are you, the audience, going to be guaranteed these results? Of course not. Welcome to the performance-based business of the industry. Jason is
No.
extremely skilled. He knows what he's doing. You've been with our agency how many years now, brother? It's been a hot minute. You got skill set.
Going on at least six years.
You've been in this space for a long time, and I'm proud of you. You've got mad skills, but to be able to have a 50% close ratio, that's nuts. And you only spent 500 bucks to be able to net the other side. That's a good business model. And you used to do the Facebook, final expense leads, buying 100 of them a week.
Yeah,
Was it kind of painful to try to like chase people all day? Now you're just playing catch.
it was very painful. I mean, it was at the point where it was kind of like it was a job. I mean,
Yeah.
of course this is a job now too, but this is something where I can go into my office and be excited about it. I can wake up and be like, you know what? I'm getting those 10 calls today. And with my numbers, I'm gonna close 5 of those. So it's very easy and structured now to where I can say, all right, here's what my closing ratio is. I put this amount in, I'm getting this amount back. I mean, it's the ROI on the money that you put in is since I've been in this business, unheard of. Like I had never, it's the best thing since sliced bread. And I'm not, it's no hype. It is like real deal.
You're not a new agent with us, much less in the industry. And that's a big deal. I mean, before it's like you're busy chasing people with outbound calls. Would you say that was kind of your reality? You're busy chasing people, hoping to goodness that they pick up the phone with
Yeah.
the outbound leads?
Triple dialing, got to make at least 400 calls a week, to get your 5 sales.
Absolutely. And now it's like you just sit in your office and play catch. You don't need a fancy CRM with our platform. You don't need anything, funky. You don't have to spend anything. You just basically pay for your lead spend, and then your cell phone just starts ringing. There's no
I just
transfer.
cell phone or VoIP phone, whatever you want to use. That's it. And I just use a piece of paper, write them down on this, and
Absolutely.
that's it.
And that's huge. It's like it cuts down on all these extra costs of, some of these agents out there, they're paying for a CRM and a stupid bot, which is ridiculously, a waste of money. And you're paying for a client resource management, and what? You got 10 clients? Come on now. Save your money and put it into a lead spend where you actually start having conversations, for stinking sake. I mean, it's like what agents, sometimes I feel so bad for them because they spend money in the wrong places. I mean, you and I, man, we go back years, but we've had people that have done that, right? It was like the brand new agent. Oh, I got to spend money on a CRM and a bot to call my leads and all this junk. And the next thing you know, they're not performing.
That's right.
On this platform, they just put their lead spend in, turn that puppy on, and now your phone starts ringing. It's ridiculous for most agents to fathom. And you're talking low 40s for every inbound call. Is that right?
Low 40s.
I
Low
mean, that's
40s. Yeah.
that's nuts. And how does it make you feel to know that you can just sit in your office, turn on the platform, and have your phone ringing?
There's really no words to explain it besides just excitement and like, all right, this, now I could build a business out of this. I'm thinking big, I'm thinking agents under me because these leads coming in, they're fire.
Absolutely. And with high skill set, man, I mean, you're a top tier agent. You know your stuff. I mean, which is why your ratio is a 50% close ratio. Not a brand new agent is not going to necessarily jump into that. Now,
Right.
we do train and recruit agents here nationally to sell life, Medicare, and annuities face to face, as well as in the telesales arena. So if you need training or a good work family to call a home, we'll definitely take care of our agents. I mean, you've been with us years, brother. How long does it take you to get a hold of me when you need me for something?
2 seconds. I mean, you
Seconds.
you get back to
Yeah.
me quick, brother. I mean, it's one of the main reasons why I switched over was that and just the training that you teach. It's next to none.
We're just different. It's like a work family. Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
so much fun to work with Jason and it's not just because he's got a killer name. Okay, just kidding. All right, bad humor. But just saying, it's like this business is fun. It really is. Like too many agents get frustrated with calling anxiety. And did you ever have a little bit of that calling anxiety, when you were dealing with outbounds? Because I know a lot of insurance agents, when they're dealing with some of the best, final expense Facebook leads or outbound leads, they just really get frustrated and like the butterflies in their chest. Does this kind of solve that when you just put your lead spend in and turn the calls on?
Yeah. I mean, it, there was always that you gotta I don't know, yeah, it's there. But when they come straight to you, you're ready to go. You click that on button, you're rocking and rolling. Um,
That's huge.
with the training that you teach, it's just you can't help. You just take it's almost like order taking. If you don't mess up the phone call, then you're it's a deal. So
That's the that's so nuts. It's like so many people can't even fathom an inbound call. Like the buyer intent of that consumer pushing every phone number themselves to make your phone ring. It's not a transfer for those of you watching. These high quality inbound life insurance leads are not transfers. This isn't done overseas and then they throw it to you. We're not talking about that kind of garbage. We're talking about they look at a video like a commercial and then they call your number directly. This is dynamite for those of you watching. The buyer intent is built every time they go, oh, I need life insurance. Yes. Not to say they're buyers, because obviously 10 conversations happened and 5 conversions, right? Not everybody was buying. 5 people says go pound sand, right, Jason?
I'm not perfect, you know.
100%, but you're dang good. You got the skills, brother. You're humble, but you got it. But every button that's pushed is building buyer intent so that when you have those conversations, it's a dang good one.
Yeah, I mean, for instance, I had one that a couple of days. It was actually a few days back that she called me this morning, and she was like, "I've been trying to call you. I've been trying to call you back. I'm trying to call you back." And that was another sale, so that probably went up a little bit above 50. So they know what they want when they're calling it. They know they want insurance. And it's just like you're saying, it's our job not to mess it up as long as we treat them with empathy and slow down and talk to them. It's we're helping them out. We're helping them out
100%.
at the end of the
I
day.
mean, you're going into order taking mode, would you say a lot quicker than an outbound lead
Um,
or about the same?
yeah, but I'm still going to go through with my script and
Percent.
do it with intention and empathy, slow down and yeah, so I don't rush to just like, hey, what's your credit card number?
Seriously.
It's or bank account rather.
Mhm.
I still go through it and talk to them and have a good conversation with them. Because I want them to be there. I want them to be with me for the rest of their life.
100%. And there's so many agents will cut corners on an inbound lead. You can't take shortcuts. For those of you in the audience watching, we will get you exclusive access to this over the next 2 weeks. If you need a beautiful place for some of the highest quality, inbound life insurance leads on the market, reach out on my website, jasonfinalexpense.com. Say you want the inbound leads. We will give you access on our platform. We'll get them to you. And we're talking low 40s. You're not paying, $110 or more for a conversation that may not be that great. Because let's face it, a lot of inbound leads these days, it's not a direct call from the consumer to you. It's fielded someplace overseas, and you shouldn't be doing that. First off, you're raising your risk. But have a person that calls you. You don't have to worry about DNC. You don't have to worry about TCPA. That client is making your phone ring. That's dynamite. I mean,
Yeah, there's
really.
litigators waiting right now, waiting for us to mess up.
Oh, yeah.
So with these safe leads, you can't. I don't know. You can't beat it. I mean, it's I don't. I'm excited again. That's all I can say.
100%. So anything that an agent watching this may need to know, other than that they're stinking dynamite for you.
Not really. I mean, if you're looking, like all I could say is if you're banging your head up against the wall and you're just tired of making those outbound calls, like this is it. Like I was praying for something, and I think I told you I was like, I hope this is it, and this is it. This was
Absolutely.
just. I mean, like I'm like I still can't believe it's real. So I would just say don't be afraid of I know $40 a lead sounds scary, but when you're buying 100 Facebook leads at $15 a pop,
Right.
plus your CRM, you're spending $2,000 a week.
Right.
Just think about the closing ratio you could have if you put in just a little bit, $500 for the week, and the close and the money that you make for that. So
Absolutely.
the ROI is way higher, way higher.
Absolutely.
And it's a
It's so
business.
many. Absolutely, brother. So many people think it's about the cost per lead. It's not, for those of you watching. It's all about the cost per acquisition. If you spend $1,500 to make 4 or 5 sales, who won? Okay. Jason here spent $500 to make over 4,000 of annual premium. And doesn't mean that you're going to duplicate his results. For those of you in the audience watching, he's got heavy skill set, but he's got way more conversations than maybe you at all this money, and then nobody picks up the phone, right? It's like this is all about cost per acquisition, not cost per lead. I
Yep.
mean, 40 something bucks. I know if you're spending 100 and something, like a lot of inbound life insurance leads are, then that's a lot of money. But if you're at the 40 mark, right around there, yikes, that's awesome. And there's no minimum for those of you watching. So if you need access to these leads, it's fire. And you don't have to invest in some dumb CRM with some stupid bot that just does nothing but cause people to put you on the DNC list. Have you experienced that too, where you've seen some of these CRMs out there just taking people's money as brand new agents have fallen victim to?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Everybody feels like they need a CRM.
Like with like 10 clients. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like brand new agents are like, oh, I got to have a CRM. I'm like, why? You don't have on clients yet. What's the point? I mean,
Yeah.
make your phone ring, get leads. You need more leads. For those of you watching, if you want a chance of making money in this industry, your CRM is not going to cash flow you, right? So get good leads, get good inbound leads. And if you're just sick and tired of banging your head against a wall with outbound leads, or you got calling anxiety, this may be the video that you've been waiting to see. Inbound leads, low 40s. Get on it in the next 2 weeks. Reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. We will get you access. You don't have to be part of the work family here. But we'll gladly help you whatever you need. So reach out. We'll help you. Jason, I appreciate you, brother.
Definitely. Anytime.